Alright, we're back for turn 33. Last time was a super long episode, and for that, I do apologize, but we're going to go right here. So, when you make someone a prophet, you get a proclamation. You send a proclamation to the world. Every player gets this, so Agartha will also have this. Proclamation from Ulm. This guy shall be known as the Prophet of Tim. Uh, it seems really fun. Burnt. The old food source is burnt, rebuilt, but the mold's still there. Okay, great. You're not you're not scaring me. Um Agonor, Secretarian movement. Oh, I have no defense there. Okay, that'll do it. Oh, I'm holding that, not there we go. That'll root that out. That'll deal with that. Sorry and unfortunate events, yeah. So yeah. Moving, yeah. 200 enemies in this castle, 160 coming down this way. 80 from Childeric. Adolf's got some. Not a lot, but some. So since he is now level 3, he can go ahead and claim this throne. Now, I do have it set to 3 points are needed to win, and there is only 3 thrones. Now, you can also win just by flat out eliminating the other team, which is, I think, which is what Ulm is going to have to go for. Which they're still going to have the same problem that they already do now, namely, no way to get in the water. If they hadn't lost the Marrows there, they probably could have invaded this lake for mermen. Mermen are a unit that can go in and out of water. They are amphibians like the pale ones, so that's why you want that. Now, we do want to go Alteration, because Alteration has some nice buffs for Earth. Enchantment has some Earth, but not a lot. Well, Strength of Giants is nice, but there's not a lot for their paths. Like, there is enlivened statues that everyone has access to at, yeah. There's riches from beneath, which is nice. We do want that. But, yeah. A couple levels and a bunch of things. That's the goal. Alright. So, he's getting his troops. This place is just set up to be a fort in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, see, they get the notice that he's the prophet of Tim. My god did successfully empower himself in nature. So with that in mind, we can go ahead and do that. Which we can just go ahead and give to him next. We'll send... Here's how we'll do this, I think. we're going to crank out a bunch of earth boots. Crank out a bunch of troops. Or get a ton of researchers. Get up there. We do want to get to 6 and ideally to enchantment 8 with Agartha. The goal being at that point that we can then get our, well, Enlivened Marble Oracle is nice because Remnant of an Ancient Oracle's Memory, because basically it is a statue caster that can't lead armies, but that's fine. And then again, we have our Mass Sentinel summon, which is useful because mass churning out those units will be good. Not as good because Ulm has black plate and blunt weapons, which, if you'll notice, are the one things they are not damage resistant to. So it's gonna be a bit of a rougher time than Agartha would like. However, that's what the Troglodytes are for. Like, the Troglodytes should be a good counter, in theory at least, to the black plate infantry line itself. Yeah. So that's a thing. And the nice thing about being a Garth is I can get back into the water at any time I need to. It does require me to recruit oracles for maximum effect, but it's what it is. We'll go ahead and host. Claimed throne, and we got a hero. Raderick the Hero. Strange and secretive knight. As youth, he befriended a black unicorn, and magical steed gave the peasant boy the opportunity to join the Black Order. Some of the older members of the Order complained, but he hasn't failed anything. The title of Grand Guardian, his weapon has been imbued. So he has Bane of Heresy. Okay. So Bane of Heresy and Halt Heretic is Ulm's gimmick, basically. Since they don't have sacreds, what they do have is bonuses to fighting sacreds. So basically, Halt Heretic is the same thing as Awe, which is basically they have to make a morale check or they can't even attack the target. But only enemy sacreds are applied, so only those big ancient ones, only the Shard Guard, only those units have to make the check. This is a trait that is shared by Lord Guardians. They have their Halt Heretic, level 3 aura, as well as their Bane of Heresy Black Halberds, which already does magic damage, does piercing and slashing magic damage, but then also does fatigue damage to sacred units. These Guardians are units with the same setup. Also, they have castle defense bonuses. So they count as more people for the purposes of defending castles. So what you could do now that the combat is gearing up is start getting a bunch of Guardians. Lord Guardians are good, but I don't really see the need to get any because, again, if your commander is in combat, there's already some problems. Ulms can survive it better, but it's still a situation, we'll call it. Alright, Now, he's finished that. He probably finished that a while ago. But we're going to get a couple of Woodhenge Druids. There's reasons for that. Well, you can just go ahead and research where you are now. You are going to go ahead and... Oh, yeah, since he is now a level 3 priest, he can build a temple. Not as helpful as being able to build a lab, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, there's not a lot of resources here because it's farmland. High income, low resources. Which is bad for Ulm. Very bad for Ulm. But actually, let's send him down there. And let's double check that I have fucking resource. I have defenses everywhere. Again, as Ulm, there's no reason not to do province defense. Because gold is not your concern. Resources are. Resources are your concern, period. So yeah, now we're here. If, like say, Althes, he can't construct anything higher. He's stuck there. But Grimlaud, Citadel, boom. In 3 turns, now this will have all the bonuses that our capital does, which is muy bueno. Tis the goal. And then we'll just send him over to Alfred's position to turn that into a citadel as well. So yeah, right now my spy networks are doing pretty well. They have view on what they need to. So things are going pretty well. Again, I could see that from up here. Or Lodgers and Atlantean Spears. I do see that getting ready to do something about it, but it's not enough. Minus 20. Yeah, that's still going on. There's no units there, it's just him, so. See, they see 80, these see about 50. Granted, this is about 50 units to them, too, which it is, don't get me wrong, but because it's 39 plus 11, that's actually exactly 50. God damn it. They're the best underwater troops I can make, basically. So we're going to try to liberate that fort. If we fail, well, we'll just call up enough independent troops to just drown them in bodies. Don't want to do that, because Triton Raw is just garbage. At least Atlanteans have a spear. Tritons are literally... They have better movement than most underwater people, so they have that going for them. But all they have is a knife. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and give you your ring. We are going to put a ring on it. I'm hilarious, I know. Here's what we're going to do, actually. Recared. We're going to just drop those troops up into that setup. Guard commander these guys. So they're going to bodyguard him wherever he is. So he is going to stand up here behind the big man. And summon Earth Power. He's going to pop blessings, hopefully catch a big man over here. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But, you know. Going to hold the 2 rounds that he's casting Bless and then attack rear. And so this setup should be fine. Yeah. We'll see how it actually goes, but we're going to take the 2 of them and we're going to test this down there. Why there? It's honestly just not as bad. And It'll be a good way to see if the super combatant chassis works. He has low health for a super combatant, even with the regen. With the regen, he basically gets 4 health points back a turn, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's still not exactly ideal. For now. They're going to get interspersed into the squads, but... Wait, when did I recruit you? Oh, these are some of the routing wet ones. Okay. Okay. We want one of you there. Stick 2 of you in the middle there. 1 there. 1 there, 1 there. 1 over here. You don't seem to be doing in the middle like I want you to, but that's fine. So I got 4 in each. Yeah, we'll go 5 there. Yeah, 1 at the end. That's fine. Stick 2. 2. 2. 2. We'll do a double line formation towards the north and a double line formation towards the south. Gonna go ahead and pop Divine Blessing. Summon Earth Power. Legions of Steel. Strength of Giants, and then just do whatever the hell you want. I'll just put you up there. We march you to the front. Would like to march you into the water, but that's just not going to happen. So we'll see how this goes. Several battles, apparently. Siegbert was discovered and killed, which is in Shambhalak. And we found that false prophet and killed him. So, rip. At least that spy. Statue of the Sitting God increases order and enchantment bonuses. That's nice. So you're going to build a fortress. We'll do that. We'll get another commander of Ulm. Two, even if we can't quite afford it yet. Then we're going to spam Mastersmiths behind for research purposes. Now you made it, so you can bump this up to a citadel. Do that. This. Whew. Need to find these people. Yeah. Ian Raderick only has access to 80 men, so push that up. Yeah. So with this, there's just a general build-up on the border. Gartha, we lost. We lost a lot of troops, but they also lost a ton of troops. I think if I just launch another one, we win. Those war lobsters are the problem, though. In Degor, yeah, another one tried. And then that's them finding the spy, so they know there are spies around. Oh, yep, his brave deeds and his unequaled obesity. More hit points and strength at the cost of some encumbrance. This is basically the worst setup for him because he's, you know, a mage. Invented by Zothakov. Now again, unfortunately, you can't build buildings when you're under siege. Oh boy. We'll see how badly this hurts me. Let's put it that way. Like just how poorly that army performs. I'm good. Still, that should be enough to kick them out. Gem hand. Yep. There we go. But yeah, as you can see, this is just a massive prep. Alternatively, this is going to demonstrate what just two people can do. 240, 120, 100. Like, it's nuts. It really is. We're going to take these two, and we're going to start sending mages to the front. We have the evocation levels we need. We have... I might need to build another lab, because I've been falling behind for these guys on that. Forger's boots. Nah, you keep doing what you're doing. And they can, well, they can already do a lot of the spells you need, but still. Yeah. That's the nuts part. Is that it's just a resource lock. There is no such thing as enough resources for Ulm. It's just horrifying. Like, even with all of these smiths that I've been training since the start of the game, I still have to stop because of resources. Not because of gold, not because of recruitment points, just resources. With all of these people providing buffs for that, it is insane. Like, yeah, I can get 3 crossbows a turn here. What? Gartha got evocation, thaumaturgy. Yeah, this time they were able to push, but they took a lot of casualties. Lost a shard guard out of that, and 2 ancient ones. Though they did work. Let's watch the battle, shall we? So yes, here we have the line advancing. There's that Divine Blessing proc. They don't seem to have rusty equipment, though, which is nice. Alright, and the Atlanteans successfully soak up the first charge. But those guys are trample, so they kind of just run them over. What size are they? They are considered size 5, which is a problem because pale ones or stuff are only size 4. Meaning, technically these lobsters can trample these ancient ones, which is probably how I lost some. Oh, and there's the decay. Yeah, and so yeah, when these guys die, they turn into giant lobsters, where they can continue trampling and doing the fight, though they do lose one of their 2 attacks a turn. Which is great, but... yeah, trample is a very serious threat when you don't have range units. It's just devastating. Like, that is, it says they only have 13 health. That's the rider only has 13 health. The lobsters have like another 30 some. But we did it. It was brutal, it was vicious, but we won. Hey, we found water gems. Alright, now let's get Pale Mind at least out of the water. Do they? Okay, yes. Yeah, so you see, now they have rusty equipment. Thoroughly rusty and may break if used. It's unfortunate, but it's where we are. Everybody's just getting ready for the end. And we'll go ahead and move you boys in. We'll see how well my ghetto combatant chassis turns out. If it's in fact worthwhile, or if it's just not sufficient. We'll find out. Like, it's just that bad. It's just that bad. So we've got the big battle gearing up. Most of the army of Agartha's in the castle, whereas Ulm's gone for a bit more of a spread out approach. For now, at least. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just leave this as it is for this turn. Let's get ready to rumble. So, this is interesting. There were in fact archers. And apparently one of them sniped the Earth Reader. So yeah, he cast Blessing, he got his bodyguards and himself. Doesn't look like he got our super combatant here, but there we go. Now the super combatant has that withering weapons. Extra natural protection. So yeah, now his protection, you'll notice, is up to 24 after the bless. It's a pity that gave him 5 protection. I should have given him armor if I was going to have him do this. At least, you know, another one of those air shields. Because I had... there's all this health in a blob, and so that's what the archers are going to target. Now, he does summon an Earth Elemental, which immediately gets masked down. Yep. There's the stray shot. They're just kind of lost and confused. They don't know what to do. So the fighting continues. They do not lose the bless, though. That's good to know. Meanwhile... Boom. Boom. And yeah, and he's still sitting pretty. He's at Encumbrance 10, Reinvigoration 6. But he regains more than enough stamina. And yeah, so like that guy is stunned. He's not doing anything this round. And boom. And the Independents have routed. Boom. So yeah, as you can see, he can pretty much one-shot anything he has to fight. Which was kind of the point of building him up this way. And again, things trying to get to him can't. And he has enough stuff that he doesn't have to worry about fatigue. Unfortunately... Yeah. Brave Deeds, and he got that. Enormous strength. Now he's up to 36 damage a hit because of that extra +2 strength. Oh boy. Let's just have you attack the closest thing at this point. Let's just put you up front and have you do that. Fuck it. Charge. We'll see how well this works out. He did lose his bless support, so he's not going to have that extra protection. He's not going to get the extra 2 points of protection or the withering weapons, but the withering weapons was admittedly unnecessary for him. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, now that he's back up on land, those aren't rusty anymore. So he's good. Did not think he would be good, but he is in fact good. That's kind of a shame that you don't get any of the armored ones with that. But whatever. Whatever. Now the problem, one of the problems that Agartha faces, well, problem is a strong word, especially for how I play, but they don't have any non-capital. All of their sacreds are capital only. That's a bit of a downer. Alright. Earth boots. And yeah, so all of his earth gems and whatnot were just lost. That's one of the downsides with a mage. If you don't have anyone with the slots to pick up their gear just becomes lost to everything forever. If you don't have space for it or a lab where you're going. We're going to start churning out a bunch more earth boots from all the people who have earth boots. For more earth boots. What is there anything higher? There's the summon umbrals, which I can already do from other things. First dragons. But that can only be cast in caves, and there are no caves on this map. Kind of a bummer. But, hey. Alright. Now, meanwhile, Ulm is up to a fortress here, which we are, of course, going to keep going. The Citadel is done here, so we can grab this man and just send him over there. We have Rarik and the two priests coming down here. Forge earth boots. Needs more earth boots. No exceptions, earth boots. So what we might end up doing to demonstrate how crazy battles in this can get. Well, we'll have to call it here, unfortunately, for this episode. It's already 36 minutes in. I'm trying not to get crazy, but to demonstrate how bad battles in this can get, we're just going to do one big battle here for all the marbles. Not really for all the marbles, but I probably won't finish this game because it's just against myself. I dictate who wins and who loses here. I have all the power. And this was more just to showcase how this game works. And I've more or less done that. Is quite a bit, again. Having a few spies. Spies are a mechanic I don't really use much. And not as effectively as I could. I actually use them more in this game than I have ever before now. Mostly because I don't need them. I know what's over here. But still interesting. And yeah. So we'll go ahead, call it here at the end of turn 37, and turn 38 will be interesting. See you then.